Thunder Lord, come out. Xiao Yin shook his head, his gaze fixed on Thunder Island with unwavering determination, watching the rising gray thunderclap that slowly emerged from the island. There was no panic in his eyes. Instead, they carried a faint sense of calm. This time, no matter what, he had to uncover the source of Thunder Lord's hatred toward the Xiao clan. Well said, descendant of the Xiao clan. You have courage. But today, you will undoubtedly die. Ha 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 ha. A roar filled the sky, and in an instant, gray thunderbolts, like rays of sunlight, poured out from Thunder Island's high altitude. The thunderclouds were vast, and standing amidst the surging thunder was an awe-inspiring, fierce goddess. Her entire body shimmered with thunderous light as she stared intently at Xiao Yin. Her stunning eyes burned with fury, as if the mere mention of the Xiao clan had ignited a boundless rage. Thunder Lord, what is this? Seeing the heavy atmosphere, Yunqi bit her lip and couldn't help but speak. This is none of your business. You little brat. What did your Xiao clan do, that you still dare to come here? Today, I will crush you here to appease the spirits of the departed. Come, offer your life. The maddening roar reverberated throughout the thunder abyss, the terrifying might of heaven and earth making Xiao Yan's internal power surge. The Thunder Lord's thunder attribute power was too mysterious and violent. Even Xiao Yan found it somewhat tricky to deal with. Humph. Thunder Lord, I respect you as a senior, but if you continue to be so aggressive, I won't hesitate to drag you down with me. Facing Thunder Lord's overwhelming fury, Xiao Yan chuckled lightly. The rout of the flame mantra began to rise slowly, and his palm subtly lifted. On his palm, an intense orange-gold flame flickered, its violent power causing even the Thunder Lord to raise an eyebrow. Thunder, pillar of the contemptuous world. In response to Xiao Yan's threat, Thunder Lord raised her delicate finger. A gray thunder pillar, 1,000 feet tall, pierced through the void, shooting straight toward Xiao Yan's vital spot. The attack was powerful, but Xiao Yan didn't retreat a single step. His eyes burned with fury, and his battle intent surged like a tidal wave. The Thunder Lord's strength had already reached the 6th reincarnation stage, and combined with the terrifying power of the world's first thunder, it could truly threaten Xiao Yan's life. But so what? Xiao Yan was not afraid. Teacher, please spare him. He is just a descendant of the Xiao clan. You shouldn't transfer the anger of the clan's ancestors onto him. Buzz. Duan Qifei, holding the 1,000-mechanism ghost umbrella, summoned the ethereal ghostly figure. What's this? Did you forget what your teacher told you? Just a moment ago, you were full of hostility toward him, and now your attitude has changed so quickly. If you continue like this, you'll be schemed against by these two-faced, beast-hearted people. But it's useless. Under my thunder pillar, no one can survive. Crack. Thunder Lord sneered, casually waving her hand to suppress Duan Qifei completely, rendering her immobile. How dare you be so arrogant? Wrath of the sacred flame. 7 flames' eyes. Feeling the destructive fluctuation within the thunder pillar, Xiao Yan could no longer endure. Flames surged within his chest, bursting forth uncontrollably. 7 different colored sacred flames, like blazing stars, erupted in a mighty blaze. Since Thunder Lord wouldn't give him a chance to explain, he had no reason to hold back. Since you insist, Senior, then I'll have to go all out. Xiao Yan looked directly at Thunder Lord, who was now consumed by rage, with no trace of fear or hesitation, offering only a faint smile. Not bad, both in skill and temperament. Thunder Lord's beautiful eyes scanned Xiao Yan and the 7 colored flames. The fluctuations of Xiao Yan's power made her slightly confused. Xiao Yan's strength had already reached the true 5th reincarnation stage, and with the 7 sacred flames and the power of the flame mantra, even though Thunder Lord had restored herself to the 6th reincarnation stage, she wasn't certain of victory. Teacher, Your Eminence, Duan Qifei and Yunqi, seeing Thunder Lord's sudden silence and hesitation, immediately pleaded desperately. Humph. I'll spare you today. But mark my words, one day I will bring you vile creatures to justice. Thunder Lord's voice was cold as she dismissed the thunder pillar with a wave, and the whole area returned to calm. Spare me? May I ask, Thunder Lord, what did our Xiao clan ancestors do to provoke such hatred from you? Xiao Yin, with the sacred flame eyes flickering, seized the opportunity to ask directly. Since the matter couldn't be resolved through words, it was time to get to the bottom of it here and now. Xiao Yin, just go. Don't ask. As soon as Xiao Yan's words fell, Duan Qifei's expression darkened, and she secretly transmitted her soul message. I was going to spare you, but now you've brought this upon yourself. At this moment, as Xiao Yan's voice rang out, the aura and demeanor of the Thunder Lord underwent a drastic transformation. It was as if he had become a completely different person. A chilling, killing intent slowly surged from his delicate frame, while the violent, immense power of heavenly thunder gathered into a gray world that enveloped the entire thunder abyss. In an instant, all the energy in the gray-white thunder realm froze. Even the sacred flame within Xiao Yan's body felt an unusual sense of oppression. May I ask, Senior, what did our Xiao clan's ancestors do? Did they dig up someone's grave or commit some heinous act that enraged both humans and gods? This time, let me bear the brunt of your fury, Senior. Xiao Yan roared, fully bracing himself. Ha ha ha. Xiao clan's ancestors, what a formidable display. Was it not your Xiao clan's ancestors who, in a single night, slaughtered all 1,800 of my sacred Thunder clan's members, erasing them completely from existence, body, and soul? This hatred cannot be forgiven. Even if I were to kill you countless times, it could never ease the hatred in my heart. A frenzied, mocking laugh echoed. Who could have known that the Thunder Lord, a peak powerhouse of the great thousand world, carried such painful history behind him? Impossible. Our Xiao clan's ancestors would never commit such an atrocity. There must be some misunderstanding here. Xiao Yin couldn't believe his ears. But after a brief pause, his heart jolted, and he finally realized the source of the Thunder Lord's hatred for the Xiao clan. To quell his anger, he spoke again. Misunderstanding? I witnessed it with my own eyes. How could it be a misunderstanding? In the face of Xiao Yan's rebuttal, the Thunder Lord sneered disdainfully. Suddenly, endless gray thunderbolts surged from his body, and a terrifying energy, more powerful than top-tier immortal arts, quickly coalesced. That extreme, dreadful energy was clearly a lethal technique. Senior, the name of my Xiao clan is known throughout the Great Thousand Worlds. No one in our clan could commit such a sin against both humans and gods. There must be something wrong here. Please give me some time to prove this. Feeling the icy killing intent emanating from the Thunder Lord, Xiao Yan's body tensed, and he could only endure the immense pressure and speak out. No need. People of the Xiao clan, I do not trust them. This attack will be your punishment for angering me. This is where you will perish. Thunder silence. The Thunder Lord, seemingly mad, refused to listen to any advice. Damn! Sacred flame eyes. Faced with the enraged Thunder Lord, Xiao Yin had no choice but to release the result of merging the seven-colored sacred flames, forcibly clashing against the Thunder Lord's attack. Heh, Thunder Lord. I already told you, there are many uncertainties surrounding the destruction of your sacred Thunder clan. Your decisiveness is fearsome but lacks the bearing of a true powerhouse. As the thunderous power, which pierced the heavens and earth, spread, about to blast toward Xiao Yan's heart, a faint golden shadow, accompanied by a surge of unrivaled divine power, suddenly shot out. Who is it? Come out here. His strongest attack was instantly shattered by the golden light, and the Thunder Lord's beautiful eyes narrowed. Then, an explosion of rage erupted from him like a volcano. Master! Uncle! Gasping heavily, Xiao Yin looked at the golden dragon shadow hidden within his body. It twisted the void, withstanding the Thunder Lord's attack, and then quietly appeared before him. He couldn't help but speak with deep respect. This was the dragon shadow infused with the blood of the Golden Dragon King, brought by Dragon Blood Martial Emperor and others from countless realms. It was the key to Xiao Yan's cultivation of the Dragon God transformation. Third Sacred Flame, 5th reincarnation stage. Not bad. There are many matters concerning the Dragon Clan. I cannot appear to help you for now, but I've sent Dragonblood Martial Emperor and others to bring you some of my origin dragon blood. A warm voice echoed within Xiao Yan's heart from the dragon shadow. The voice was deep and carried an innate arrogance that seemed to flow from destiny itself. Golden Dragon King? At this moment, the Thunder Lord also recognized the true identity of the Golden Dragon Shadow. The fury in his eyes diminished slightly, and then he gasped in astonishment. Although both their strengths were formidable, during their peak, the Thunder Lord's power was not enough to contend with the Golden Dragon King. Thunder Lord, it's been a long time. I didn't expect you to still be this unreasonable. However, Xiao Yan is my disciple. How dare you attempt to kill him? Moreover, I've told you countless times that the matter with your sacred Thunder Clan is not as simple as it seems. The Golden Dragon Shadow's dragon eyes, full of authority, slowly gazed down at the Thunder Lord in the Thunder Realm, and the killing intent in its voice was unmistakable. Ha ha ha. So this is the Xiao clan? A hypocritical clan, and yet they deserve to be protected like this? As the Golden Dragon King's voice rang out, the gray thunderbolts around the Thunder Lord intensified, like apocalyptic thunder, growing even more dazzling. The people of the Xiao clan have never produced any traitors. The faint voice of the Golden Dragon King rang out. Misunderstanding? I saw it with my own eyes. Could there be any doubt? The mighty Dragon Clan's strongest, yet you would actually defend these beasts with human faces and animal hearts. Truly unexpected. His blood-red eyes were filled with a chilling coldness, as though each word from the Golden Dragon King lashed out like a whip, striking the last remnants of Thunder Lord's sanity. Why, based solely on your one-sided words, do you assume that the culprit who wiped out your entire race is a member of the Xiao clan? What if this is the scheme of some hidden force? The Golden Dragon King's roar shattered the air, his voice thundering with immense power. Ha ha ha. Before the first great war of heaven and earth began, I was in seclusion in the Xiao clan's old land, trying to break through the 8th seal. Back then, that person promised me that once I emerged from seclusion, we would marry openly, proclaiming it to the world. But when I came out of seclusion, the first great war had already begun, and I found him in the Xiao clan's land, entangled with another woman. He kept claiming, I will marry no one but you. Yet he was out there seducing other women. Is this not the behavior of hypocrites from the Xiao clan? Furious, I quietly left the Xiao clan's land and returned to our sacred Thunder clan, only to find that our entire clan had been isolated by a powerful heavenly array. As I tried to break the array, I watched helplessly as thousands of my clansmen were mercilessly slaughtered by him. Blood flowed like rivers, cold and ruthless. The taste of watching my entire race being slaughtered. How could any of you ever understand that feeling? Ha ha ha. Thunder Lord's voice grew more frantic, his expression twisted with rage. Countless ancient thunderbolts surged inside him, growing ever more dazzling, as if he were on the verge of erupting completely. Hearing Thunder Lord's words, which struck to the core, Xiao Yan, Duan Qifei, and the others felt their hearts grow heavy with gloom. Who would have expected that this once proud and powerful being bore such a tragic history? How do you explain this? With bloodshot eyes, Thunder Lord took a step forward, closing in on the Golden Dragon's shadow. His reason was almost gone, and an endless fury surged like an ancient power, slowly dissipating across the heavens and earth. Impossible. Xiao Tianming, as the true pillar of the Xiao clan, with the affection he holds for you, would never do such a thing. Faced with Thunder Lord's raging anger, the Golden Dragon King shook his head firmly. Golden Dragon King, are you questioning me, maliciously slandering the people of the Xiao clan? You and the Xiao clan are no different, Thunder Lord said, his last vestiges of reason vanishing in an instant. An ancient thunderous roar rumbled from his eyes, shaking both past and present. In that instant, the power was overwhelming. Thunder Lord, this matter is full of doubts, and it is certainly not as simple as you think. What you said about your seclusion and the great war of heaven and earth, That was the time when many powerful beings from the extraterritorial evil clans infiltrated our great thousand world. It might well have been their conspiracy. What did that woman look like when you saw her? The Golden Dragon King showed no sign of taking action, for he understood that if a battle broke out here, they would never be able to untangle the deep-seated grudges. Why keep struggling over this pointless matter? Anyone from the Xiao clan, I will kill them one by one. Thunderlord remained unaffected by the Golden Dragon King's words. The supreme lightning power, beyond all immortal arts, was slowly being unleashed, ready to strike down all that stood before him. Senior Thunderlord, this matter is indeed full of doubt. Please reconsider. Xiao furrowed his brow and couldn't help but speak out. Master, Your Excellency. Duan Qifei, Yun Qi, and the others hurriedly called out. The power Thunderlord was gathering could turn everything here to dust in the blink of an eye. Senior, please give us some time to prove the truth. If this matter was indeed caused by an elder of our Xiao clan, I, as a junior, am willing to perish at the hands of the elder. This is the origin of my soul. Xiao Yan's eyes glinted with madness as he spoke. Without hesitation, he stretched out his hand, grabbing fiercely at the soul palace within him. A thread of nearly transparent soul essence appeared in his palm. Such pure soul essence, if damaged, would surely leave Xiao grievously injured, or perhaps even dead. I too am willing to protect the Xiao clan. If this was indeed the Xiao clan's doing, I will allow you to take my life. Is this satisfactory to you? The resolute attitudes of the two great powerhouses caused a flicker of hesitation in Thunderlord's heart. The terrifying killing blow he had been gathering slowly dissipated. Remember what you've said? This woman was the one he so fondly cherished that day. With a sweep of Thunderlord's hand, a still image of the woman appeared in the void, calmly hanging in the air. In the image, the woman possessed an almost perfect face, with deep, enchanting eyes that seemed to hold a mysterious power. However, as Xiao focused intently, he noticed that the Xiao clan bloodline within him, even the clan's markings, were releasing an intensely hot fluctuation. This woman, she is also from the Xiao clan? The more he looked, the more Xiao felt that this woman seemed oddly familiar. Could it be? Is she a powerful figure from the Xiao clan whom I met in the Poison God Palace of the Demon Realm? Is this the Xiao clan's goddess of war, Xiao? After a moment of looking at the portrait, both Xiao and the Golden Dragon King immediately exclaimed in unison, Xiao? Impossible. At their words, Thunderlord frowned slightly, directly dismissing it. Hearing Xiao and the Golden Dragon King, the resentment in Thunderlord's heart dissipated without a trace, replaced by a number of speculations. Thunderlord knew Xiao's identity, but she only knew that this person was also a member of the Xiao clan. If this woman in the portrait is the one Xiao Tianming was involved with, then everything makes sense. The Golden Dragon King stared at the portrait again, his regal dragon eyes filled with a hint of wariness. What do you think? Thunderlord came to her senses, suddenly realizing that this matter might not be as simple as it seemed. Xiao Tianming and Xiao, they are siblings. Twins within the Xiao clan. At this moment, Xiao couldn't help but chuckle bitterly, taking over from the Golden Dragon King's words, and said directly. At this point, Xiao also had some suspicions, thinking, so, Thunderlord is jealous? Or is she jealous of his sister? But how could Thunderlord not know Xiao's true identity? Siblings? Why have I never heard him mention this? At this, Thunderlord seemed somewhat puzzled. As her mind recalled memories sealed for countless years, she couldn't help but speak up. Because Xiao is a hidden blade within the Xiao clan, she helps the clan handle troublesome people. She rarely reveals her true face, which is why almost no one in the Great Thousand World knows her true identity. The Golden Dragon King's words struck Thunderlord's heart with each word. Thunderlord remained silent upon hearing this. Clearly, processing such overwhelming information would take some time. What mattered most was that she had misunderstood Xiao Tianming. And your worry? It's just fear that they might have a romantic connection. That's understandable. But I can assure you, their sibling relationship is very close. Moreover, Xiao Lingshan has been entangled with the poison god mysterious crane of the demon realm. Could the scene you saw that day be related to this? If the poison god mysterious crane has repeatedly harassed Xiao Lingshan, and she couldn't bear to break up the alliance between the two forces, as she needed their strength to resist the extraterritorial threats, then Xiao Lingshan would have to endure it, and Xiao Tianming, feeling heartbroken, would go to comfort her. Even if there were some affectionate gestures between them, it wouldn't be strange for siblings. The Golden Dragon King boldly speculated, smoothly continuing his reasoning. Given the Golden Dragon King's close relationship with the Xiao clan, he naturally understood their conduct, so this guess seemed reasonable. Your speculation clearly favors the Xiao clan. This theory is quite plausible. You can't possibly not believe it, can you? What about the massacre of my Sacred Thunder clan? I clearly saw Xiao Tianming's real body that day. After hearing Xiao Yin and the Golden Dragon King's words, Thunderlord came to her senses. But what truly troubled Thunderlord was still the massacre of her entire clan. Watching her beloved one wipe out her entire family overnight, it was a torment that words could hardly describe. I don't know about that, and I can't explain it to you. The Golden Dragon King shook his head slightly, as if pondering something. Then our debt remains unpayable. Thunderlord's chest rumbled with a low growl as endless thunder began to stir within her. Hold on. Although I don't know if this matter is true or not, there's something you must know. In the extraterritorial evil clan, beside the leader of the extraterritorial realm, there are 4 mighty guardians, the 4 guardians of heaven, earth, profound, and yellow. Their strength surpasses even that of the evil gods. Each one possesses enough power to wipe out your entire race. The Golden Dragon King fixed his gaze on Thunderlord, continuing to reveal intelligence that only the peak existences of this world could know. And how is this related to my clan? Thunderlord glared at the Golden Dragon King. If she didn't hear a convincing reason today, she would stop at nothing to suppress Xiao Yin and the Golden Dragon King here. These are top-tier secrets of the world. One of the 4 guardians, the Xin Protector, seems to understand the heavenly Tao. He is capable of disguising his appearance and transforming into someone else. With such a powerful ability, even in the entire Great Thousand World, no one would be able to discern his true form. What if the person you saw that day was Xiao Tianming in disguise? After all, when you came out of seclusion, the battle of heaven and earth had already begun. The Xiao clan had charged to the front lines. The Golden Dragon King spoke again, expressing his guess without hesitation. At this point, if the Thunderlord still didn't believe, a fierce battle would likely be inevitable. Upon hearing this, the Thunderlord's eyes filled with a faint sadness. Memories rushed back like a tidal wave, scenes from the past slowly resurfacing. With the information and speculations from the Golden Dragon King, there were even some striking similarities. Could it really be as the Golden Dragon King guessed? Had he wronged the Xiao clan? These pieces of information, naturally, were learned when the Xiao clan and I were resisting the leader of the extraterritorial realm. Very few people in the entire Great Thousand Worlds know of it, so you need not doubt the authenticity of the news, the Golden Dragon King said. You go ahead. I need some time alone. Qifei, Yunqi, let's return. As soon as the words left his mouth, the sharp killing intent around the Thunder Lord dissipated instantly, replaced by a strange aura. Until the truth is revealed, I won't take any action against the Xiao clan. After the Thunder Lord and his companions disappeared, their last words echoed across the Thunder Abyss. It was clear that, for now, the Thunder Lord trusted the Golden Dragon King's words. But the knot in his heart couldn't be completely undone without solid proof. Master, what about this? Within the Thunder Abyss, only Xiao Yin and the Golden Dragon King were left. Xiao Yin sighed. This scene was beyond everyone's expectations, but it was undoubtedly a favorable one. After all, the 7th Evil God's army still loomed over the Ferocious Soul domain, watching for any opportunity. It's already a good outcome. The Golden Dragon King smiled slightly, gazing at the Thunder Lord's fading figure. Master, what about the God-slaying ruler's repair? As for repairs, you should ask the Holy King. I'm no expert in this matter. As for Xiao and the Ziyin you mentioned before, they're both well in the Dragon Clan's territory. However, there's one thing I must warn you. With your current strength, don't attempt the entrance to the Netherworld in the Ghost Realm. As for the Netherworld and our Dragon Clan, it's best to avoid them for now. Your top priority is to stabilize and increase your strength. Alright. The Golden Dragon King gave Xiao plenty of advice. Xiao rapid growth was impressive, and the Golden Dragon King's actions were clearly meant to protect him. Little one, don't entertain other thoughts. Even though you possess the sacred flame and demonic power, the Thunder Lord, with just her 6th reincarnation stage, could easily crush you. After all, she stands at the pinnacle of this world's strength. Let's head back. I wonder how Yun and the others' meeting is going. Next, there's likely a real fierce battle ahead. Whoosh whoosh. As soon as the words were spoken, Xiao once again rolled through the demonic sea, quietly heading back to his main army. However, the only presence of the Golden Dragon King, hidden in the dragon blood shadow, slowly faded from the thunder abyss. The dense dragon blood essence, once integrated by Xiao would likely give him a tremendous boost. Now, the 7th evil god was their greatest enemy. Whoosh! Half an hour later, Xiao silently left the thunder abyss and reunited with his vast army. Tens of thousands of soldiers lay hidden in the cliffs outside the 5 great academies, creating an overwhelming atmosphere, like a storm about to strike. This force could probably rival the elites of the 4 divine halls of the Ferocious Soul domain, if not surpass them. Ying, what's the situation? As Xiao arrived, he immediately inquired about the current circumstances, as he had a premonition that the real storm was about to break. Xiao, you're back? The situation isn't looking good. Mu Ying, along with other high-ranking officials, spoke in unison, their expressions heavy. Our army has gathered. Aside from Elder Xiao and the others remaining in the soul-devouring domain, the supporting forces from the 10,000 Ghost Kingdom, the main army has assembled here. Currently, the 5 great academies of the Ferocious Soul domain have completely fallen, and the army of the 7th evil god from the extraterritorial realm has surrounded the entire Ferocious Soul domain's divine temple. The final battlefield will likely be in the endless void outside the 4 divine halls. Mu Ying furrowed her brow. When she spoke of this news, her heart was undoubtedly conflicted. Don't worry about the great battle. I'll handle it. Seeing Mu Ying's serious expression, Xiao waved his hand and pulled her into his embrace, slowly easing her concerns. By the way, how's the meeting in the center of the ghost realm going? A moment later, Xiao asked with a smile. Yun Jia, she? When Xiao asked this, Mu Ying's body trembled slightly. What happened? At once, those around them in the quiet tent exchanged glances, and Xiao heart stirred with unease. A sense of anxiety slowly crept in. Yun Jia went to the meeting alone, and it's been quite some time without any news. Mu Ying lightly bit her silver teeth, her delicate hands wrapped around Xiao arm, constantly paying attention to his movements. Where is the meeting location? Xiao face grew increasingly dark as he asked with a stern expression, the fire of anger and unease inside him intensifying. The Ghost Realm's central scheming was most likely in league with the extraterritorial evil clan now. Yun's decision to attend the meeting alone was tantamount to seeking death. Why hadn't he advised Yun to stay away earlier? Lord of the Realm, esteemed lords, high above the 5 great academies, there is a strange figure moving rapidly, seemingly trying to break through the demon sea's restraints. From its traces, it looks like it's heading straight for us. Just as everyone was at a loss, a scout's voice suddenly emerged from beyond the tent. Move! At the sound of Xiao command, he and the other powerful warriors swiftly headed toward the high skies of the 5 great academies. In the endless sky, the demon sea churned with thick, rolling waves. Deep, rumbling sounds echoed, and black demonic energy whipped up like a storm, as if some ancient, powerful force was trying to break free from the demon sea's grip. SSSS. A graceful, elegant figure moved swiftly, surrounded by scorching flames. However, blood slowly dripped from the corner of her lips, and her aura and expression were bleak, clearly the result of a fierce battle. Yun, why bother with such futile efforts? Do you still not understand the purpose of this meeting? Within the demon sea, countless powerful presences lay in wait, instantly trapping the surrounding void around Yun. At that moment, a figure bathed in eerie ghostly energy roared in a crazed voice. Beside him, several dozen strong figures could be faintly seen. The intelligence in their eyes had disappeared, replaced by slowly burning black flames, like some force controlling their minds. The master of the no-return furnace, Mu Feng, and others attending the meeting, except for Yun, who managed to escape the demon's clutches with her immense strength, were all captured by the demonic hands. With your strength, you're not able to bind me. Yun scoffed, unleashing both the power of reincarnation and sacred flame. She slowly resisted the oncoming attacks, but the situation was still grim. Within minutes, Xiao and the other powerful warriors arrived at the high skies of the 5 great academies. It's Yun. Move. As soon as they spoke, the group surged into the demonic energy and headed straight for Yun's position. Damn it. Looks like I'll have to use that. A silvery gleam flashed as a beautifully crafted sword appeared in Yun's jade hand. Bang, bang, bang. As Yun's jade sword appeared, the dense demonic energy was violently stirred up, causing a towering wave to rise within the demon sea. The demonic energy slowly began to retreat, clearing the space around Yun. Xiao and his companions moved within the demon sea. Their small figures, when compared to the vast demonic energy, were like ants. Forget it. You stay here to guard. The evil power within the demonic energy was overwhelming. Without the sacred flame, the others could hardly advance quickly. Xiao, surrounded by endless divine fire, suddenly accelerated forward, pushing deeper into the sea. I'll go with you. Mu Yingying's beautiful eyes narrowed, and a light, ethereal aura appeared around her. In an instant, 2 figures surged into the depths of the demon sea. Humph. Ghostly San Miao, you, as the Vice Realm Lord of the Ghost Realm Center, are helping the evil forces. Today, I will utterly destroy you all. Taiji, heaven and earth. Yun finished speaking, her body surrounded by brilliant reincarnation power, combined with the sacred flame. She slowly formed a special incantation, gradually drawing on the unparalleled divine power of the Taiji Heavenly Emperor Sword. If such ancient power was unleashed now, these enemies would either die or be gravely wounded. Of course, calling upon such power required time. Don't trouble yourself with that, but it seems you don't have much time left. Hand of the Ghost God. A chilling, ghostly aura suddenly surged from ghostly San Miao's body, and the sounds of beastly roars and growls filled the air. A gigantic black arm, at least 10,000 feet long, appeared, stretching across the demon sea. The demonic energy churned and burst forth, and tiny creatures quietly moved across the arm, carrying a terrifying energy fluctuation. Let me handle this. But, Yun, be careful, this guy possesses a special power. Once it erodes you, he'll control you instantly. His strength is at the peak of the 5th reincarnation stage. The 3 figures reunited for the first time. At that moment, all of Yun's energy instantly calmed, and under Mu Yingying's protection, she slowly withdrew to the side. For some reason, whenever Xiaoyan's voice rang out, Yun's heart would always feel calmer, as if the difficulties in front of her were insignificant, no longer a threat. The master of the boundless fire domain, Xiao. The endless ghost hand reached out, but the attack, capable of obliterating any powerhouse, was instantly shattered under Xiaoyan's arm, cloaked in 7 colored flames. Ha! Since you're here, you might as well stay forever. Effortlessly breaking the attack, Xiaoyan's flame mantra activated for the first time. The ancient, deep voice echoed, slowly piercing through the boundless demonic sea. Retreat. At that moment, an ancient and powerful growl quietly emerged from the vast heavens and earth. Retreat. Hearing this growl, Gue San Miao hesitated for a moment, then led everyone to completely vanish. Xiao, we shall settle this tomorrow. The annihilation of the ghost realm, or your downfall. The booming, deep voice resounded. There's no need to seek it. Xiao smiled faintly, his tone brimming with a calm, fearless battle intent. What was that just now? That was the central realm lord of the ghost realm. Let's go. We return first. The decisive battle tomorrow. Don't worry this time, we will win. When the voice of the central realm lord of the ghost realm emerged, Xiao clearly sensed the soul-devouring talisman and blood river bell inside him, both pulsating with scorching energy, as if they had recognized their true master. Boom! The endless demonic energy surged and corroded. In the depths of the demonic sea, countless howling voices echoed, filled with unrelenting cruelty and greed. That was the elite force of the extraterritorial evil clan, launching their invasion of the ghost realm. Now, the vast Ferocious Soul domain had already changed beyond recognition. In many areas, the land had been devoured, leaving not a blade of grass, and the creatures were slaughtered. Even the demonic sea was churning, faintly awakening with numerous, overwhelming auras slowly rising and converging toward the Ferocious Soul domain's temple. Master, this battle. At the Ferocious Soul domain altar, hundreds of elite warriors and countless soldiers had already gathered. The terrifying aura was such that no one could easily withstand it. Among them were the 4 divine palace lords and some elder figures, but reincarnation stage powerhouses were still quite rare. There were fewer than 10 above the reincarnation stage, including Yun Qi, Yuan Yin, and others. Don't worry this time, we will win. The Thunder Lord seemed to understand the worries in everyone's minds. His calm voice slowly rang out, bringing hope to all. Victory is ours. The vast army of powerful warriors shouted in unison, their voices resounding with authority. Ha ha ha. Thunder Lord, after 10,000 years, this is where your downfall shall occur. The grand demonic sound suddenly surged into the Ferocious Soul domain, even shaking the protective domain formation, causing it to wobble as if it might collapse at any moment. The 7th evil god, half-demonic god, central vice-realm lord of the ghost realm, and those under their control, Duan Qifei, clad in silver armor, kept her gaze fixed on the swirling demonic energy. A sense of resolution emanated from her, the leader of the Ferocious Soul domain. With her peak strength at the 5th reincarnation stage and the 1000-mechanism ghost umbrella, her power was not to be underestimated. However, as the demonic sound struck, the demonic sea surged like molten lava, with countless powerful auras slowly approaching from the depths. Thunder Lord, please protect the other Palace Yama Lords behind me. I will hold off the 7th evil god. In an instant, an elderly figure, pale-faced, stepped forward from the crowd at the altar. The old man's expression was stern, and his ancient eyes contained a hint of fearless pride. The leader of the Xiao clan's 10 Yama Lords, Xiao. His strength at the 5th reincarnation stage was formidable. As for the other Yama Lords, 5 were under Xiao protection, and 4 others were severely wounded in the battle to protect the Ferocious Soul domain, now recovering in the Grand Hall. No need. The Thunder Lord, occupying the highest seat, slowly gazed through the protective ancient life formation, watching the vast demonic energy outside. A suppressed aura slowly swept over them. This battle was inevitable, but the Thunder Lord hadn't expected the 7th evil god's forces to launch their final attack so swiftly. Today's battle would determine their lives or deaths. Thunder Lord, as the master of the Ferocious Soul domain, with both strength and prestige unmatched, will you surrender to us, or do you wish to be erased by us? The demonic sea raged violently, and suddenly a dark beam of light swept through. On a black moon-like disk, several of the strongest members of the extraterritorial evil clan stood. Hidden in the dense black smoke were the 7th evil god, Black Absolute King, Mu Feng, the master of the no-return furnace, and even the Earth Spirit Old Ghost among the 5 great academies. Their eyes were filled with boundless greed and evil as they gazed at the tens of thousands of beings concealed within the ancient life formation below. In an instant, a figure dressed in black suddenly emerged from the demonic aura. An arm, covered in a stench-filled, blood-stained sleeve, extended from the black attire. The arm, adorned with countless special demonic runes, all blessed by countless ghosts and gods, waved gently toward the ancient life formation. Countless sounds of breaking echoed through the air, and the ancient, nearly eternal life formation began to collapse bit by bit. What kind of power is this? At that moment, Yuan Yan's face turned ashen, her mental strength feeling as though it was being devoured by an endless abyss, leaving her completely helpless. Ghostly Sun Miao. A group of ants, came the cold voice. I was able to slay you all before. Today, I can do it again. Facing this scene, the Thunder Lord's gray eyes revealed disdain that seemed to stem from the ancient past. Endless gray thunder surged out, instantly enveloping this last pure land. As the demonic sea tried to erode these gray thunders, the thunder spread, wiping out the demonic aura within the sea. Heh, such a grand event can't go without us from the boundless fire domain, right? Boom. In an instant, a massive, imposing army broke through the demonic sea, carving a crack through it as a beam of dawn's light, advancing from the distance. These trash. Watching Xiao Yan's appearance, ghostly Sun Miao couldn't help but growl inwardly. The Thunder Lord's hiding place had been discovered only after the Realm Lord of the Ghost Realm spent considerable effort. The information was then leaked to the seventh evil god, with the intention of killing the Thunder Lord. Yet this man had not been completely slain. It's too early to talk now. Let's act. A faint voice came from the black mist of the seventh evil god, seemingly unbothered by Xiao Yan, the Thunder Lord's strength, or the vast army behind them. Don't forget our agreement. Ghostly Sun Miao spoke one last time, a hint of hesitation in his tone. That goes without saying. The seventh evil god responded. Let's fight. Let me see what kind of power the seventh evil god of the extraterritorial realm possesses. Boom. In an instant, countless violent energies erupted across the demonic sea, pushing the thick, viscous sea back by hundreds of miles. The leaders of the four divine palaces and numerous figures were engaged in fierce battles against the controlled evil figures, creating a massive spectacle. Master, you can't go. The central realm lord of the ghost realm hasn't appeared yet. His strength, you should understand better than I. Duan Qifei said solemnly. The thousand-mechanism ghost god umbrella was something the Thunder Lord had acquired during his journey to recover his power after awakening. At that time, the Thunder Lord had fought with the suspected Central Realm Lord of the Ghost Realm, and their combat abilities were nearly on par. As for their actual strength, it was hard to say. Master, leave the seventh evil god to Xiao Yan. You protect Yuan Yin and Yun Qi, so they can safeguard our last home. I'll go face this half-demonic god. After saying this, Duan Qifei leaped into the demonic sea. In an instant, countless ripples of energy spread throughout the space. Whether in the demonic sea or the void, there was an eerie sense that the entire place could collapse at any moment. On one side, the seventh evil god and Xiao Yan faced each other. Clearly, this would be the decisive moment for victory or defeat. Yun and Mu Yingying faced the Vice Realm Lord Ghostly Sun Miao. As for the White Bone Elder, the Cold-Blooded General, and other elite warriors, they were dealing with the powerful forces from the Ferocious Soul domain, fighting against those who had been controlled. Duan Qifei was facing off with the half-demonic god. The Thunder Lord remained motionless, his expression calm, as if waiting for the Central Realm Lord of the Ghost Realm to appear. Yun Qi and Yuan Yin used their combined soul and formation powers to resist the encroaching tide of the demonic sea. A real storm was brewing. This situation marked a true clash between the boundless fire domain, the Ghost Realm, and the extraterritorial evil clan, ever since the first Great War of Heaven and Earth.